Crowhill here. Today we review a Pilsner and discuss American trivia. Good evening, Pigweed and Longinus.
Longinus is
Good to
here.
see you guys.
That's great.
Fantastic. What are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
Yeah, this is Baltimore Pilsner from our buddies up at Guilford Brewing.
Yes, that's a good old American beer.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
So I was just thinking, it's America 250.
Yeah.
And we should just be learning more about America.
Let's see what you guys know.
Yeah, let's find out what we all know, what we don't know about America.
All right.
Okay, very good.
Find out what's in this
Find
glass.
out what's in this beer, yeah. So Baltimore Pilsner, Guilford, where are they, Longinus? Do you know?
They're on Guilford
Hall
Avenue.
Brewery, Guilford Avenue, Baltimore,
in
Maryland.
Old
Yeah.
West Baltimore neighborhood, also North Central, called North Central, yeah.
What
In
do
the
you
old Crown Cork and Seal building,
Okay.
or one of the buildings.
What you got going on there? It's 4.5%, 45 IBUs, which is a little high for a Pilsner, maybe. What do you think?
It's a little funky.
I like it.
It is a little funky. I wonder what hop they're using there. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I would call a standard Pilsner.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
not.
Something else is going on.
Something
I
else
don't know.
is going on.
I don't know if something's going bad or if it's.
I think maybe it's just
a deliberate flavor.
I think they're using a hop that wouldn't be traditionally in a Pilsner.
It's just throwing me
because you're
off.
not getting that crisp. Usually a Pilsner, you want that crisp kind of flavor. And I'm not getting that. I like it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where I like a beer. It's just not the style. The style isn't quite right. I don't think it's tracking with Pilsner. Okay. So how about this? Let's start off with a relatively easy one for Pigweed.
Let's hope.
Which U.S. president served the shortest term, dying just 31 days after inauguration?
Is that Harding?
No. William Henry Harrison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you got that little rhyme about the ones that died or something like that. How does that go?
No. That's King Henry VIII's wives.
I thought you had a little rhyme about all the presidents that have been assassinated. Okay. All right. Longinus.
Divorced, married, died. Oh, no, divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Those are the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
All right. Very good. So, Longinus, this one's for you. What Chicago skyscraper, completed in 1974, was the tallest building in the world for nearly 25 years?
Sears Tower.
There you go. Willis Tower, originally Sears Tower. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Very good.
All right. All of mine are around the basically the founding.
Okay.
So
all right.
How about just give me the first 5 presidents.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got Washington,
Right.
Adams, Jefferson, Monroe. Was Monroe ever president? No. Washington or Jefferson. You have another Adams.
Yeah, another John Quincy.
Yeah,
Adams.
John Quincy. So Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Adams again.
Was it
and then,
Madison?
I'm
Monroe.
not sure. Monroe. Monroe.
Adams is 6. So
Adams
it's
is
Jefferson,
6.
Madison, Monroe.
Jefferson, Madison. I couldn't remember if Madison was a president.
Okay, and let's see. Well, just want to say when I was looking at this, I saw everybody starts on March 4th.
Okay.
March 4th. It wasn't until 1932 that they were like, that's an awfully long lame duck period.
Yeah.
So 32 was when they moved it to.
Well, they also had the ability to get
January.
news around faster, right? Because what are you going to do? Send a horse all the way?
Oh, right.
Okay, how many people signed the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, that's a good one.
And
So-
if you don't, I can give you some multiple choice if you need it.
So
Yeah.
let's see. We had 13 colonies, and there were usually 3 per. So that would make 39. So I'm going with in the 40 range.
All right, how about this? 36, 56, 106.
I have to go with 56.
56.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I go with.
Yes. How many signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. They weren't all there. I'd say our first answer was 56.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 50.
2.
2.
And what,
So-
and what colonies?
So on July 2nd,
Yeah.
they voted for independence, and Adams was adamant his whole life that that's the day we should be celebrating, and he never celebrated July 4th because he was mad that he wasn't right.
He did celebrate. He died on July 4th.
So
to try to prove a point.
That's right.
So it was voted on July 2nd. The text was approved on July 4th.
Okay.
And only 2 people signed it. That signing ceremony with the famous painting and all of that was weeks later.
Okay. Interesting. Kind of like the big lifting of the flag. That was totally staged.
Well, I also think that everybody came along later and they're like, Hancock, what is this gigantic signature? We can't. All 56 of us can't sign big giant signatures.
There was just a big canvas for him.
So everybody else was like, all right, can we all just sign normal? Thanks, John.
Yeah. All right, Longinus, you got any questions for us?
I was going to make one up on the spot.
Okay.
Was it Oliver Wendell Holmes declared who was the writer of the Intellectual Declaration of Independence?
Intellectual Declaration of Independence. Who was the writer of the intellectual? That would have been. Okay, what's the book? Common Sense. Thomas Paine. Is that no? No.
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Oh, come on! Really?
Yeah. He was the one that. His American speech to Harvard was the one that Oliver Wendell Holmes said. America has intellectually broken from Europe.
Huh. Interesting. All right. So I got one for you that ties in to a hobby that Mrs. Crowhill and I do because it reminds me of a song. All right. Which American woman became the first to fly in space aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1983?
Sally Ride.
Yes. Ride, Sally, ride. Yes.
How long was the American Revolutionary War?
Oh, wow. It went on for longer than a lot of people think.
Yeah.
It was like 1776 to 1784, I think.
83, I think.
When was the surrender? Treaty of Paris was... okay. Oh, that's a good one. Who signed the Treaty of Paris? But anyway, Treaty of Paris was 1784, wasn't it?
It was 83.
Okay. 83. Longinus got it right.
And so how long was the war?
Oh, okay. 76 to 83 would be 7 years.
No, was 81 was the end of the war. It took 2 years.
Oh,
for the treaty to sign the treaty.
And the wars. I mean,
so it was 75 to 81.
I was going to say because the war started before the Declaration of Independence.
That's the question.
That's a question. Right?
Yeah. I mean, they were fighting before the Declaration and after. So when do you actually say the war started?
I would say you started with the first 2 battles, which are
Lexington and Concord.
Which was April 1775.
Okay. I mean, but you could say Bunker Hill was part of it,
Yeah, well, there was already, but it was a full-blown war by Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
The English had already sent, 40,000 people into
New York,
Boston.
Right. Was it Boston or New York? I said 40,000 people.
I think it started in Boston. They got run out with Battle of Bunker Hill. But I chased them out.
I thought when they sent 40,000, that was into New York.
I think you're right. Yeah. They landed on Long Island. And,
yeah. Okay. Which Massachusetts colony founded in 1636 by Roger Williams as a haven for religious dissenters?
Plymouth? More than that?
Providence, Rhode Island.
That's so.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
So here's a Maryland one.
All right.
What Maryland town celebrates their own Tea Party every year?
Oh, I just learned about that just recently.
Is that where they have the big?
Yeah. So
Chestertown?
Yes, Chestertown.
It looks like it's a big deal.
I know. I was at this dance. A couple of weekends ago, and somebody told me they were at the Chesterton Tea Party. I'm like, what Chestertown Tea Party? What are you talking about?
It looks like you've got the revolutionary people marching down the street and everything.
They had their own tea party where
like
they followed Boston's example and threw the stuff in the water.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to go next year.
Well, although you mentioned this earlier, I'm going to go with what two signers of the Constitution died on the same day.
Oh, okay. Jefferson and Adams.
Right.
Yeah.
And what day?
Oh, it was July 4th. What year? I don't know what year.
Because
but
it's
it was-
even
Is it 1826 or something?
so it's so bad. It's so like if you were a director and the writer brought you this script,
you say cut it out.
you say cut it out because it was exactly 50 years. Yes,
Ooh.
1826.
Wow.
As in that. Now, who else died on July 4th?
You got me.
That's Monroe. So 3 of the first 5 presidents
Died on
I mean,
July.
come on, guys. This is getting a little cheesy.
It is. It is getting a little cheesy.
All right, and a bonus question that you'll never get for 100 points. What president was born on the 4th of July?
Wow. Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, that's Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge. Okay.
No points for you.
All right. Very good. Which 4 states meet at a single point known as the Four Corners?
Go ahead.
New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado.
Almost.
No.
Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah.
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 Oh, shit.
That's it. That's a fun one there.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Salt
there.
Lake City, Utah. Yeah.
So, Longinus. Where are my stats here? Okay. So you go to Fort McHenry. There are 15 stars on the flag.
Yeah.
What are those 2 stars that were not part of the original colonies?
Well, shoot. I would say something like Kentucky and Ohio.
Very good. See, Kentucky is a tricky one because people would think, why would you skip West Virginia and jump all the way to Kentucky? Why would
Right.
you hurt? But there was no West
But there was no
Virginia.
West Virginia. That's
And
right.
it's Vermont. And Vermont was
really?
like New York wanted to claim Vermont, but the people, the Green Mountain Boys and all that, they're like, no. No. And they were just independent until finally they became a state. So they added a star. Now, they also added stripes. So there were 15 stripes and 15 stars on that flag. They didn't make a new flag with every state.
Yeah.
So when they got to 20 star states, they said, we're going to do a new flag, but we're not doing 20 stripes. Soon we're going to have 50 stripes on
Yeah.
the darn flag.
Yeah.
They went back to the 13 stripes
Yeah.
and just added a stripe. But
Well, that makes sense.
but in the Battle of Baltimore in 1814, there were actually 18 states. They just hadn't updated the flag yet.
Okay.
So I need those 3. Now I need those 3 states.
Okay. So wait, the first 2 were Kentucky
And Vermont.
and Vermont.
And Vermont,
Okay, so
right.
Ohio.
Yes.
Ohio. Florida comes later, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? Ohio and not Kansas. That's much later.
Indiana, Illinois. No,
And-
I think it's too
yeah.
far out
It
there.
goes south.
South. Okay.
Alabama.
Louisiana
Louisiana
and
Oh,
Mississippi.
Louisiana makes sense.
and Tennessee. Tennessee was
Tennessee,
16,
okay.
Ohio 17, Louisiana 18, and then in 1818 there were 20 states, and they made a new flag with a nice, 5 rows
Five
of 4.
rows, yeah.
4 rows of 5, I guess.
Yeah. I'm wondering how they're going to redo the stars when we get to 51.
Well, you can't, that's why we can't have it. Sorry, Puerto Rico.
We're going to have to
whatever
just
else.
merge a couple states.
Yeah.
Yeah, that poor.
You get a half star.
Okay.
How many? So here's one. I don't know the answer. So how many territories are there right now?
Territories?
Yeah.
There's a bunch. I looked up some stuff about territories because I was watching one of those videos where they interview stupid college kids.
Lord.
And they ask them questions like, what country is north of the United States of America?
Yeah.
Right? And they can't get it, which is like atrocious. But it occurred to me, wait a minute, is it possible that there's a territory somewhere in the world where there's another country just to the north of it? So I looked into it. There isn't.
Right.
But there's...
I just found when we did the show about the Chinese birth tourism,
Yeah.
I'm like, they just fly to North Mariana Islands.
Right,
I'm like,
which
we
is-
have in North Mariana? That's a part of the United States?
there's a lot. I learned about all these different territories when you'd have to do e-commerce stuff, and you'd have to have drop-down menus for all the different states and territories.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot. I don't know the number, but there's Guam and all kinds of places.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So Longinus, what is the longest river in the United States?
Mississippi.
No.
What? Colorado?
Missouri.
Well, what do you know? Is that the one that the Lewis and Clark were
Yes.
going
Yeah.
up, and they thought maybe
Really?
it'd go all the way to the West Coast?
Yeah.
And it didn't.
And
It didn't go over the Rocky Mountains.
no, they did not. I don't know how they thought.
I don't know.
Did they think there was going to be a river they're going to go all the way to the top and then go down another river? I mean, what were they thinking?
I would have sworn it was the Mississippi.
Well, not according to my source, but
All right.
okay.
No, I believe you.
Which battle is considered the turning point of the American Civil War, fought over 3 days in July 1863?
I would say Saratoga.
Gettysburg.
It's Gettysburg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were in the Revolutionary
No,
War.
no.
Yeah, he switched
Switched
words
up on
on
me
you.
here.
Switched words on you, sorry.
I'm totally.
You're totally in the founding and the
That's it.
revolution.
All right,
Okay,
so,
all right.
So
okay.
your questions could be anywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just American trivia,
Okay.
not necessarily founding trivia. Yeah. Okay, what you got?
So, how about the French and Indian War?
Yeah.
Give me some rough years.
Well,
So, the Europeans called it a 7-year war, but the French and Indian War was actually 2 years longer. So it's not. I thought it was the same name a different name for the same war.
yeah.
But the French and Indian War actually started 2 years earlier.
So George Washington served in the French
Yes,
and Indian
that's
War.
where I'm
so,
going with this.
Right. So it can't be too far earlier. I would think something like 1740 to 47, something along those lines.
Later. So it's 54 to
Wow.
63.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, so George resigned in 1758.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 1775, when they're putting the Continental Army together,
Yeah.
it's been 20 years.
Since he's been fighting?
Yes.
Wow.
And they go get him.
No. He shows up in his uniform, which I'm just going to say, one of the great men of all of history.
Yes.
We wouldn't have won the war.
No.
He was the only man that could have held the country together.
He's the only man who could fit in his own uniform.
But kind of douchey. Just showing up in your tattered uniform you haven't worn in 20 years going, reporting for duty, sir!
But I'm blown away that he could still fit in that uniform.
Yeah.
Good for him, George, but come on. That's it. That's the last bad thing I'll ever say about it.
Okay. Yeah. So
Slave holder.
my questions are not just related to the founding.
All
So,
right, mine are.
who wrote the poem inscribed on the Statue of Liberty's pedestal, including the line "Give me your tired, your poor"?
Gosh. It was like a poetry contest or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. You're never going to get it. It's
All
Emma Lazarus, whoever that is.
Oh, all right. Well, now the name at least rings a bell, but
Okay.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Baltimore based, but to see, so you could get it two different ways. And Baltimore's Washington Monument. What is George Washington doing on top of his monument? What is the sculpture
wow.
depicting?
Wow. What is Washington doing?
I'll give you two
He's
answers,
got a
but-
sword in hand, right?
Nope.
No.
He's got a
What
sword
is
on his hip.
Washington doing on the monument?
All right, so
Brewing beer.
He could be saluting. He could be.
in Annapolis, he was the. This is great. In Annapolis is where he resigned his commission as general
Okay.
of the
Okay.
Continental Army.
Yeah.
And
Annapolis?
in Annapolis, right? So in Baltimore, what he's doing up there is he's handing over the resignation of being the general to the Continental Army. Now, you and I might not think that's a big deal, but just think about it.
Oh, my
He
God.
just beat the strongest military in the world. And there were people who were like, yeah, he's going to do what Napoleon did. He's just going to take over and
there's
go
nothing you can
forward.
do about it.
Right.
And he's just like, no, man, here it is. I'm going back to Belgium.
Well, that's why he's one of the greatest men who ever lived. Because
I think that's one of the greatest
What did
things.
King George say?
that's right. King George said, if he steps aside and doesn't become a king, he'll be the greatest man who ever lived. And that's exactly what he did.
And it was the first time a general resigned his commission since Seneca back in ancient Rome was the last person who said, I'm going back to my farm.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Cincinnati.
Cincinnatus.
And Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
And then, so there's also another interpretation, because if you look at it from a certain angle, he's got his hand down in there and he looks like he's doing something else, and they call him the father of the country.
Yes. Yes, the profile. So he's got like a scroll or something in his hand.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be his
Right.
unit. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
an interesting one. What is the only power specifically denied to both Congress and the states by the U.S. Constitution?
They cannot veto a bill.
No.
I had to do
They
something with the
cannot.
military.
They cannot nominate a judge.
No. Granting titles of nobility.
We can still do that.
Apparently they were doing it back then. No, we can't. The Congress and the states are not allowed to grant titles of
Can
nobility.
the president do that?
No, nobody can grant a title.
Oh, I see. I thought that was the question. What was the one thing the president can do that?
Oh,
the
no.
Congress-
Right.
What's
okay.
specifically denied to both Congress and the
I
states?
see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All
Right. Okay.
How so? Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys.
Yeah.
Captured artillery from what fort that was later used to drive the British out of Boston?
Oh boy.
So they
Ticonderoga.
Oh, you got
Oh wow.
That's
it.
Very good.
That's
Yeah,
Very
thank
good.
you. What's the guy's name? Who just had the revolutionary, the documentarian.
Okay.
Okay.
What's his
Very
name?
good.
It'll
All right.
come to me.
What 1741 sermon by Jonathan Edwards became one of the best-known sermons in American history? You probably had to read it in
City on a Hill.
No.
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 Was that Ed? No, that wasn't Ed. That was Bradley.
You got me.
Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God.
Mm.
Yeah. That's
No, wasn't that.
kind of an interesting commentary on the character of America. That was the most popular.
Yeah. How about
sermon.
finish this quote
Okay.
by Thomas Jefferson?
All right.
The tree of liberty must be refreshed
By the blood of tyrants.
from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which, kind of interesting. He's basically saying, a little rioting once in a while
So
might be necessary.
I just recently learned that Jefferson thought we should have a new constitution about every 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, why should we have one? He's very into changing things frequently. And he had a big debate with Madison. Like, he wasn't in favor of the Constitution originally.
I always listened to a show on basically what was wrong with the Articles of Confederation. That they said we're not going to tweak the problems here. We're going to scrap this thing and write a new constitution.
Which is really, it was a big bait and switch, because the whole point of the Constitutional Convention was to tweak the Articles of Confederation. But instead of doing that, they just wrote a completely new document.
They did.
Well, but I mean, did they articulate what they thought were the fundamental flaws that cannot be?
I'm sure they did.
I mean, the
can't do it for you,
biggest one was they couldn't get enough money to pay off debts.
Right, the taxation. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's like, didn't we just fight a war about this? And now you're
Yes.
coming to us for money?
Exactly, yeah.
But
All right,
they're like, yeah, but we borrowed the money to fight the war, and how that works.
We got to pay it back. So this one's for Longinus. Which American architect coined the term organic architecture?
Organic. It was
Longinus,
either
Longinus.
Louis Solomon or Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I thought you'd know that.
And Frank Lloyd Wright was Sullivan's protege.
Okay. Now this one's for Pigweed. Which founder wrote, "I've sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility to every form of tyranny over the mind of man"?
He's a signer?
Yeah.
It sounds like a Thomas Paine, but he was definitely not a signer.
It's a strange quote from this guy.
Oh, okay.
Say it again.
"I've sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man."
It sounds like a Patrick Henry kind of a thing, but I don't think he was even a
I
signer.
don't think he did either.
James Monroe.
No, it's Jefferson. And you don't think, Jefferson was not I sworn upon the altar of God. Jefferson was not like a big religion guy. So, kind of strange. Yeah, okay.
How about the name for the German mercenaries hired by the British?
Hessians.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
Hessians?
Yeah,
Hessians,
Hessians, yeah.
I say
who was-
Hessians.
Who was the head German guy who helped train American troops?
Von Steuben.
Yes, Baron von Steuben. That's right. Yes, and I used to work downtown on H Street, just like a block from the statue of Baron von Steuben.
What? There's one?
There is one.
Okay,
and
really?
and two of my kids went to Steubenville University.
Oh, that's where that.
That's what that came from. Yeah.
And he showed up. He really just sold himself. He
Yeah.
really didn't have a lot of military experience, and he didn't speak English.
Yeah.
He spoke French, and somebody else spoke French. So so he gave orders in French, and one of the Americans translated the French to English.
Yeah.
So how in the hell did we win?
It's amazing.
There's so many providential things
Yes,
about the
if
founding
this
of
thing
America.
had not happened,
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Right.
the same thing with Lewis and Clark. When we did the Lewis and Clark
I
show.
know.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody died.
There were so many, like, fortuitous circumstances that you're like, come on. How did you happen to run across a woman who, like, knew the languages of all these different other things?
who had been stolen as a child and then runs into her brother, who's now the leader of the tribe, where they need to buy horses from.
It's so
or something.
crazy. And the same thing with the American founding. There were so many just crazy coincidences. Some of them were just in terms of people coming to the Americas, and this is not a good thing, but so many Indians had died off from European diseases that by the time we actually tried to settle it, there weren't very many Indians around.
No, it wasn't like they came in and
Had to fight them off. Right?
and wiped them out with guns. They'd
They'd already been
with-
wiped out with smallpox or whatever,
Yeah.
measles.
So Samuel Adams founded which revolutionary group that was responsible for the Boston Tea Party?
Ooh, Sons of Liberty?
The Sons of Liberty,
Yeah.
my friend.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Okay, how about this one? Which American composer wrote Stars and Stripes Forever, later designated the National March?
It's not Sousa.
It is Sousa.
Okay.
Very good.
Is it? That
Very
was
good.
great.
I used to have a little book of Sousa marches that I would play on my trumpet. Yep.
Do you remember WMAL as a kid?
Oh,
Hard
yes.
Warren
The
and
Daily Hardin and Warren. They had a daily
They
march.
played a march every morning, right?
Either a march or a hymn. They played
and
every
it happened
morning.
to be, it happened to be like right at the time I was eating breakfast before school
Yeah,
or
it was
something
great.
like that.
That's such a great show. Those guys were fantastic.
But-
Whatever happened to WMAL? It's got to be
Yeah.
gone, right?
Oh
no, I
no,
think
no,
it's still around.
And it's still no,
and
it's still the big.
one of
It's still
them-
the big. It's now FM, but
Yeah, Jackson Weaver, I think, is still like the other Weaver's son. Is still on the program. At least last time I checked, which is probably 10 years ago.
okay. How many signers later became president?
Ooh,
I'd
Ooh.
say
at least 5.
7.
It's 2.
2.
2?
What?
Wow.
Just Jefferson and Monroe.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I
Wow.
figured everybody was.
I know. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, who received the first U.S. patent signed by George Washington?
Was it Benjamin Franklin?
No, it's a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause you'd think
Latrobe?
Samuel Hopkins for an improved process for making potash.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, you know what I should, because when we did the Benjamin Franklin show, he never patented anything.
Yeah.
He just was giving to the world.
Yes.
He thought,
Yeah.
so what, I mean, just that guy's so nice.
He's an amazing
He's my
guy.
favorite American. I'm sorry.
He's the most amazing American.
All right. What year was George and his troops freezing in Valley Forge?
Oh boy, that was relatively soon. I would say 77.
December 77 to 78.
Okay,
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, because that was early on.
But you think about it.
They thought that, we should have just caved then, right?
It's, but it was colder then.
Yes.
Life was cold. I mean, this is outside Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
When do you have sustained unlivable conditions anymore in the wintertime?
It was colder.
Or on Christmas Day, the Delaware River is has chunks
Frozen
of
solid,
water.
and yeah.
That's never happened.
I know. Yeah. So there's this funny meme you see from time to time. We will cross a frozen river at midnight on Christmas and slaughter you in your sleep.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm running out. Any?
Let me see if I got anything else. I think I got a couple of.
Oh, I got one.
Or here.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Well, and this is You can't answer it, though.
Okay, all right.
Which uniquely American musical style originated in New Orleans around the beginning of the 20th century?
Okay. This is on you. Uniquely American style originated in New Orleans in the 20th century.
Style of music.
Style of music.
Ragtime.
That's a pretty good answer.
Pretty good answer. No,
but
jazz is
jazz.
the answer.
Oh.
Yeah.
But probably ragtime was probably invented there too.
An offspring of jazz, yeah.
Yeah.
Ragtime is actually, I sort of prefer ragtime to jazz. But,
All right, what is not another name for the quarter millennium? Semi-quincentennial,
Oh.
bisesquintennial, sextercentennial, quasi-centennial.
Wow.
I like the last
It's
one.
actually three of those are legit, which is weird.
Which is weird.
But what are we going? What are we going with these days?
Semi-sesquicentennial, I think. Is it?
That's
I don't know.
not even an option.
No?
I think you ever did it with a cess. I think it's semi-quincentennial.
Okay.
I think is what we're saying. The last one is a real thing. Quasi-centennial is 125 years.
Oh, wow.
But, just
Okay.
none of it rolls off quite like the bicentennial.
No, bicentennial is a lot better.
You'll
Do
never
you guys
beat that.
remember the bicentennial?
Oh yeah.
100%. And I'm sure my kids or grandkids are going like, what?
Yeah.
I was
76?
I was in fourth
100
grade.
years ago.
You guys were in seventh grade, probably.
Yes, it was the year of Rocky, and everything was red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And,
It was great. I remember one distinct memory I have of bicentennial year was looking at a brand new 1976 penny.
and that's a memory that stuck.
Yeah, it's like, wow, that's pretty kind of cool.
You still have it?
No, I don't. Probably should have kept it.
I just the whole school curriculum was just all emphasized by the bicentennial. I just loved it. I just dug it. It was great.
Yes.
All right, so let's wrap this up with
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Yes, I watched a beach interview of college-age kids, and these were the questions
Yeah.
that they've completely failed on.
Okay.
Why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Okay.
Blank stares.
Yes. Yeah.
And bad answers.
Wow.
There was one college-age chick who just nailed them all like a normal person.
Yeah.
How old is America turning?
Okay.
One guy said
Right.
58.
Those videos are so.
Where did we declare our independence from?
Yeah.
I mean, could you at least
The moon, right?
No, one guy said Mozambique.
At least he knew the name. At least he knew the name of a country.
What is the name of the war where we won our independence?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
One guy had Civil War, World War II, and then this one chick's like the French and Indian War. How random is that?
Yes.
Who was the Revolutionary War general? We
Yeah.
got a General Lee, and the other guy said Hitler. What year did we declare our independence? I got a 1634 and a 1920.
1920, sure, yeah.
And what king did we declare ours from? Some of the answers included King Tut and King Neptune.
Oh Lord.
So, that doesn't really...
Well, this, you know what
there's
this
no reason to
fits
feel
in.
good about
You know what
that.
this fits in with is we have this recurring theme when we do our shortcuts to the classics that a lot of our great authors quit school like before they finished school.
Yeah.
But they were way better educated than these people we have
Oh my
in college.
But I don't know even how you could walk around as if... How you put your pants on.
I know when you're that dumb. It's hard to know.
Anyway, so, all right, to
All right.
America's
To
birthday
America.
party.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
All right. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends.
Blue suit in the sunshine, cufflinks flash.